All right, hierarchy. I found this ice cream theory by Ellen Lupton. She's, of course, the author of our book, Thinking with Type, right? And so she has this theory that I thought it would be fun to share with you. So here we go. How do we think about hierarchy? Well, let's think about it as a fun idea with like an ice cream sundae, right? So we all know about ice cream sundaes. We all love ice cream sundaes, I'm guessing, unless of course you're maybe lactose intolerant, but let's just pretend you're not. We want to think about our ice cream sundae, and we want to think about our typography and our hierarchy the same way. So first of all, you have the vessel, right? You want to start with the base. And you think about your bland base as just the container for everything we're doing. So that's the vessel. It's the container. It could be a page, it could be a screen, it could be a framework or a grid. It could have background colors, it could have textures, it could have materials, it can enrich the supporting ground. But overall, it's just a container. And that's the page. If we're looking at our cookbook, it's just the page that our cookbook is on, the blank page. And we have a modular grid and a baseline grid that we put on our container. So our container has a modular grid and a baseline grid. The next step is the text. The main text for the publication would be suitably bland and easy to digest, providing a comfortable medium for content. So our main text should be easy to digest, meaning easy to read. We want to make sure that we're using typefaces and point size and leading that are easy to read. There should be nothing overly dramatic or over the top in this text. And our main text for our cookbook is what? Who could tell me what's the main text ingredient for our cookbook? Did you guys hear me? This is a participatory lecture. What is the main text? I need you guys to wake up. Jessica writes the steps. Yes, the step-by-step instructions is the main text. Step-by-step instructions, that's the bulk of our text. Okay, then we have the headline. The typeface with dramatic proportions or provocative shapes create a memorable, intense topping. So it's the hot fudge of our piece is the headline. And that's what's our headline in our piece? Who could tell me? What's our headline? The recipe name. I'm assuming more than Jessica's here. I want everybody to participate. Let's all wake up. I know it's early afternoon. Let's talk about the next step, the crunchy bits, details such as styling, small capitals, well-chosen numerals, correct texture. What's our texture in our cookbook? What's our crunchy bits?
Would it be the number of instructions or like the numbers and the ingredients?
Correct. It can be the numbers, it can be the ingredients. We have these lists that we're adding. Absolutely. And then we can also put in a unique element. A line of customized type or a hand lettered phrase adds a garnish, some unique element. What could our unique element be? I showed you some examples of these cookbooks, but done by other students. Does anyone remember what some of those unique elements were?
Icons?
For what?
For like the allergens.
And yeah, what else? We have allergens. What else do we have?
Like the prep time and difficulty.
Correct. We have the prep time, the level of difficulty. We have allergens, the serving, right? All of those tags. Is it spicy? Is it vegetarian? All of those tags could be your unique elements. Those are all your cherries on top, right? So those are all your cherries. So let's look at this another way. So here we go. So here's a page with that same information, now looking at it just as type. So you have your text is the middle part, right? No one needs to do 3 scoops of vanilla ice cream unless it's draped in a lavishly velvet sauce and showered with crunchy bits. The main text for publication or website should be easy to digest, but flavor boost will help readers make it to the bottom of the bowl. So you got a nice eye-catching headline. Notice how the headline is the boldest item on the page, right next to this unique element. So they've really made this design guide a big burst. So yeah, you can choose one of your tags or some of them to really be those unique elements. You have your bold headline. Then you have a subhead. The little stuff is not optional. That's a subhead. You have another secondary subhead, this italic little pullout. Call it the crunchy bits. We have more crunchy bits down here. We have a secondary subhead with some pullouts. So thinking about what order are we reading our information in? How are we adjusting the levels within? How are we creating that hierarchy? So when we look at each other's digital brushs today, we really want to make sure that every element is really called out and unique. So we have that headline that's called out, our subheads, our text. We've addressed all the crunchy bits, and we have quite a few. We have lists, we have the word ingredients, we have the word instructions, we have utensils, we have nutrition, we have unique elements that can be turned to, all those tags can be created into unique elements. So we have lots of things. And of course, our vessel is our page, our spread with a modular grid and a baseline grid. Any questions as we talk about thinking about hierarchy? All right. We're gonna